The role of the non-dominant arm on this shot is much more important than you think. So I'm right-handed, so this would be my left hand. And what we need to feel on the backhand is a left-handed forehand. This is where all our power is coming from, except a lot of people think that it comes from the arm that's on the bottom of the racket. And they end up swinging from this arm instead of here. This is where you're gonna get all your racket head speed. And we want to adopt the feeling of not even having any tension in this arm at all. And the best way to train this is to hit left-handed forehands, okay? And you don't have to hold the grip, up here. You can just do an actual left-handed forehand. And essentially, practicing this is gonna help you hit your two-handed backhand way harder. Now, once we've established this feeling of coming from our non-dominant side, there's a few things that I need to show you in order to make sure that you're doing this shot properly and not causing yourself to lose power. So the first thing that we need to do is when we unit turn, we want to have basically a no backswing backhand. A lot of people, they turn and then they add all this extra stuff. There's no time for that, and it's going to lose your power and racket head speed. So what we want to do is make a unit turn to a shoulder turn from a good established ready position. If we're too high like this, we'll be tight. If we're too low, our elbows will be tucked in. So we want to get out loose and relaxed, but enough so that we could shoot a hoop, a basketball inside of the space, right? So we're going to change the grip and turn until our right arm, or the dominant arm, is relatively straight against our chest. And this elbow is up at a 90-degree angle, but it's in the same position that it started in from the ready position. And we want to get more than sideways. Because on the backhand, we need to stay sideways. So in order to make sure that we're getting enough power, you want to turn a little bit more than sideways so you can turn back into the shot and still get power. So once we're here and we've made a good shoulder turn, we want to now set the racket on an edge. As this happens, ideally we're stepping out with the front foot, and usually we don't want to step across our back foot. Okay, this does happen. It's not ideal though. If you want to get the most power, you need to open up your hips, okay? Heel to toe to your target. So if I want to hit on a straight line, I need to open up and point my toe to my target so that my hips can come through, okay? And if I want to hit cross court, it would be open up the hips, okay? And to give credit where it's due, I got this tip from Andre Agassi, and it will cause you to hit your backhand much, much harder and be able to, implement the legs and transfer your body weight much more effectively. So really give this tip a try. Now, what needs to happen from here is we sit in a chair and the racket falls on edge. And from here, this is very important, okay? We're set, we're sitting in a chair. Now, what about the contact point? Well, here, we ideally want both of our arms away from ourselves and extended. A lot of people get stuck in here though. What should happens, right? There's not always gonna be a perfect contact point, but you wanna train yourself to take the ball out in front, okay? And from the contact point, we brush up with both arms, okay? But still predominantly using this side, right? It's a left-handed forehand. And we stay sideways. Make sure you don't over-rotate because you'll end up finishing off balance and you won't actually get all the way through the shot and have a clean popping sound. And just a bonus tip, when you're hitting this, to not get so close to the ball, feel like you go from inside to outside, okay? We're always swinging away from our body and staying sideways. So for a right-handed player, I'm swinging out to my left, as far as I can go. You want to over-exaggerate this feeling, and then you can open up after, okay? So this is just some insight for the two-handed backhand, and these are some of the first steps of having a game that's really successful. But next, you want to go and learn modern tennis. I have a complete course. It's called Modern Tennis, Step by Step. And you can do it. It's online. You can buy it and use it and get immediate access to everything that I know. And if you like what you learned here, you're going to want to go into that program next because it builds on everything that we talk about. You can buy it. The link is down below, okay? Sign up, and if you aren't satisfied for any reason, I'll send you your money back, no questions asked. So it's free for the first 30 days. In any event, thanks for tuning in, and use what you've learned to modernize your game.